Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. Today we're going to go through the Forest of the Fallen Giants and head to the next bonfire. So you can see there are a lot of these little guys. They can be pretty annoying and they can definitely gang up on you. So we're going to kind of want to try to take them out multiple times at once. There is going to be a lot of them. So make sure you use your Estus Flask wisely and try not to use up all of your life gems too fast. Getting a little bit of lag already. Woo! So let's draw him backwards so we can hopefully avoid those arrows. So try to keep the arrows in sight to the best of your ability. So let's end him really quick. So I don't need to touch the bloodstain. Now we got another one of these guys. And just kind of time the arrows as well. Ah, ooh. I didn't notice you. There we go. So let's use a flask really quick. And I did show in the first video how to up and strengthen your Estus Flask. Highly recommend you watch that. And be careful with your stamina. With the amount of guys that are here, you might run out and just get absolutely clobbered. And the stamina, you should notice, you can see I just used it right there, is right below your health. And so, for a lot of people, this game does not have a great reputation. I did personally enjoy this one a lot more than I did Dark Souls 3. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as Dark Souls 1, but the main key here is, one, utilize your effigies and as best as possible, because you can run out, and then at that point you're in a lot of trouble. Excuse me. And then also realize that this is not Dark Souls 1. The way this game is built is significantly different in the kind of its own manner. Obviously, it's still a Souls game. It's still built from software. But there is a lot going on and a lot to learn from Dark Souls. Just that it's a lot different from Dark Souls, especially 1 and 3. That kind of seem like they're more in touch with each other. So here we can easily lose as much health, like as far as that bar will go down pretty much. And you're going to have to use that effigy to save yourself and get yourself back up to full health. Which does mean sometimes that you're going to run in and die, and that you're going to need to learn what the level is like and what the area is like before using an effigy to give yourself full health and give yourself a real run to get to the next bonfire or to get through the boss. And for a lot of people, that's pretty frustrating. I'll try to also show you guys how to farm human effigies and where to, get a lot of them so that that's not really a problem going forward. And then also, they place enemies all over the place in this level or in this game, so that when you go out to an area, obviously you're paying attention to one guy, but really you might get jumped by like 5 other guys behind your back, and that can be also very frustrating. Shoot. Also, ooh, kind of like that dagger. Jeez. I don't want to have a broken weapon, immediately in this game. That's a little obnoxious. I do find this to be pretty consistent, with From Software games, where the beginning of the game is really difficult, and then it gets a lot better as you go along. And I found the bosses in Dark Souls 1 to be much tougher. You get a lot more help in the bosses here, but the areas are tougher here than in Dark Souls 1. So, the run to the boss in this will be pretty difficult. Jeez, there's so many of these guys. So, in this game, the run to the boss will be more difficult than the boss. There was a couple bosses, especially the DLC in this game, which I will try to go through. Okay, so that's where I came. Okay. The DLCs in this game is insanely hard. I don't remember how long it took me to beat. I think it's called like the Ivory King. But basically, like, I was unemployed at that time. I had a month off between when I was switching jobs. That I put in a lot of effort to beat this game. And it took me days, in a way, to get to that, through that boss, get all the weapons and stuff that you're supposed to do to beat him. And I still had to basically call in help. I found somebody's call-in sign and utilized him, and that's how I was able to beat the boss for this game. The end, like the real end boss. And the same thing, you don't have to do all this if you don't want to. But this guy annoys the hell out of me. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to miss jumping in this game so much. Like, I'm not going to hit my jumps. I already know that. So let's keep going. And we can start working towards the next area. So, even, like, when I first started this game, I found this area to be one of the toughest in the game, just because you're still learning the game, and the amount of sheer enemies that are in this area is ridiculous to get to the next bonfire, in my opinion. I don't understand it. I don't think that they should do it this way, but From Software is kind of evil to, like, new players. So you really need to just be patient at the beginning. You'll figure out how the game works, and you'll get better. So we still have a bit to go before we get to the next bonfire. I'm kind of just rocking this dagger at this point. I'm actually finding this to be better than the long sword. Don't give up. Yep. So I don't really want to go that way and just jump right in. So I always take new areas very slow. Try to, you know, check my corners. Oh, that was stupid. There we go. So now I am out of flasks. At this point, I would probably use a life gem here and there. I'm going to try to maybe only use like one or so before getting to the next bonfire. We don't have too much further to go. So, but there is some enemies coming up. And as always, try to get behind them so you can backstab them. Ooh! I thought for sure you'd be dead. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, so I'm gonna have to use some life gems here. So you can see also, they'll take some time to recover your health. It is not as fast as the Estus Flask. So, nice, got a life gem. I'm not going to go up there now, but there is a little area off to the side of us, to the left, that we can follow onto and get some items like that. I hate you so much. Of course. Dude! Ah, come on. So let's use one more life gem. So let's go take this guy out just because he made me mad. So let's see if we can. Nope. So these are the areas that annoy me the most, when you are hitting the wall, and just because we are so close to the next. Oh, perfect. At least they give you life gems, like, kind of like candy. So I've used like 4 of them, and no problem there. I've gotten most of them back. So I think there is still one guy right here around this corner. Yep. Honestly, as long as there's no walls around me, I take my enemies out pretty easily. Walls, though, they're my mortal enemy. I absolutely hate this. That I hit the wall more so than I hit the enemy. But they have no problem hitting me. So guys, we now have a new bonfire, and you can see the ladder right there. So let's go check out this merchant really quick before I end this video. I know that we can move this merchant to Manjula, and I think you'll have like unlimited life gems at that point, but I believe you have to spend like something like 5,000 souls. I'll check into that before and kind of report on that as needed. So you can get yourself some merchant clothes. Some effigies as well. I highly recommend you get those. We're going to get like 2 of these. That should be good. Amber Herb. I always call them Amber Herd. Get yourself some fire bombs. Get yourself some throwing knives. The Witch's Urn. Deal magic. Bright Bug. I think we're okay. We don't need that quite yet. The Pharaoh's Contraption, we'll get that eventually. The Fragrant of Yore, we'll get that eventually. And the Key we'll get eventually. So we'll come back to this guy plenty. And then eventually he'll make his way over to Firelink Shrine, Manjula. And we'll basically be able to use, I think, unlimited life gems at that point from him. But for now, guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you guys found this helpful. Catch you on the next one.